It's live 3/21/22. March 7th, Monday to everybody. Hope everybody had a swell day. We're checking to see what happened today in baseball. It's could be exciting. Cardinals claimed Packy Naughton. It's been rough growing up with that name. Diamondbacks signed Oliver Perez. He's like one of the oldest living current baseball players ever. What else? Robel Garcia agreed to a deal with some team. Wow. You can tell it's like a slow day. The Rockies extended Ryan McMahon. Wow. They didn't like to spend money. Now they're spending a lot of money this offseason. Shane Baz shut down 2 to 3 weeks. He had arthroscopic surgery. We hope for the best. He was a prospect for the Rays. Cardinals claim Hunter Harvey. I mean, the Nationals claimed Hunter Harvey. That's pretty amazing because the Giants just got him, I don't know, a month or two ago. Might be a sneaky source of holds for you. And that's about it that happened today in baseball. That's what happened today in baseball history. March 21st. Ty Cobb signed with the Tigers for $4,000 in 1908. He will get an $800 bonus if he hits over 300. That's like a no-brainer. If that bet was like at the casino or sportsbook now, $10,000 wins you 100. You have to refinance. You can come out winning money. And that is it. Slow day. Birthdays. Manny Sanguillen, 1944, was a pirate. He was Ozzie Guillen's kid. San, S-A-N, could be son of Guillen. Makes sense. Oh, that's it. Really slow day. I haven't checked any stats. I don't know who's doing well. It's only been a week. But what's up, King M? Got a lot of free agency going in a lot of leagues right now. The vet, that's it. It wasn't on today in baseball history. It only shows big events, birthdays, and deaths. The vet was imploded today. I think that's a big event. I don't know why they wouldn't put that on there. Maybe they're just a bunch of assholes for not putting it. Sorry for cursing. The vet was imploded today in less than a minute. It took them months to build it, years to build it. Came down in less than a minute. Sad day. I love the vet. A lot of people call it a dump, which it was, but the smell of chronic coming from the 700 level, you don't really see that at ballparks nowadays, where you can go upstairs at the 700 level and see people, smoking chronic. There's no 700 level day in stadiums. Going on the field, kissing girls. Fireworks night. I was curious about that. I don't know if anybody saw this. Jose Canseco did a cameo birthday for somebody else today. On Cameo, you can ask a celebrity to, happy birthday, congratulations, give a cool message. Daz Has did that for me for my birthday last year. Canseco did one for a girl today, and he flexed his bicep. And King M's asking on YouTube why he didn't flex his bicep for me. I thought that too when I saw that. I was like, what about me? I'm going to ask him. This is Denny's Grand Slam. Usually these cards are holograms and you can't tell who the player is. But they really came correct this time because, look, you can't tell who the player is because, see, the hologram, it's tough to see. But look what they did with this. It's none other than the 1987 National League Rookie of the Year and former Philly legend, Benito Santiago. wearing that great teal. Who else? Teal. When this came out, when the Marlins came out, you had San Jose Sharks. They were doing the teal theme. The Marlins. Was it the Jacksonville Jaguars too? Charlotte Hornets. Teal was like the most popular color in the early '90s, all because of Benito Santiago. Look how good he looks in that hat. All right, if we're going to go with like looking good and stuff like this, we're going to go with 91 Studio. I didn't plan this. Studio is the Sears Portrait edition. All here is somebody with a beret. Bobby Thigpen looks like he's ready to speak at his graduation ceremony. 57 saves. Legend of the Phillies and the White Sox. You don't see that often. Jack Morris from the Twins. I guess it's a good thing Obi's not watching tonight. You know, he's not a big Twins fan. Jack Morris is a good pitcher. David Segui. He was a second-generation ball player. His father, Diego, was a okay jobber in the 70s. Whitaker. Laughing at something off camera. Detroit Tiger, second baseman. Him and Alan Trammell played together. It was for about 52 years. Bob Welch, Cy Young, 27 game winner in 90, I think it was. He battled alcohol problems in the early 80s. He was rookie of the year, the Dodgers some year. Joe Girardi, just another reason why he's a jerk off. Sorry for cursing. He used to be a catcher. He used to be a manager also. If you guys knew that, he managed the Yankees. They won the World Series under him somehow. And then when the Phillies hired him, he forgot how to manage. I just hope the team wins in spite of him. Because we're not going to win because of him. Greg Jeffries. Still looks the same, this guy. Still looks the same to this day. I think we got an error card here. They put a promotional card for ET here by himself. I guess this was before he met Elliott. Pete Harnish on the Astros. This card's really off center. Look at that. Phil Plantier, good rookie prospect for the Red Sox. A lot of power. Never quite made it. And Rod Carew puzzle. That's part of Rod Carew's foot. Phil Plantier. I don't know whatever happened to him. 92 baseball. Fleer. It features Fleer All-Stars, Provisions, and Superstar Specials. I don't know what those other. I know what the Provision are, of course, but I don't know what the other ones are. The goal is any one of those inserts. And in lieu of that, a checklist. Oh, absolutely. Plantier. I think Kevin Moss had the Yankees bias. A lot of people like the Yankees. I think people thought Moss was better, but in reality, Phil Plantier is going to be better than Moss. Oh, we hit a goal. Fleer All-Star. Wow, this is a pretty crazy looking. This is a nice card. Barry Larkin. Usually these are the I like to call these the holiday edition. The green reminds me of the Yuletide spirit. Look at that. We hit a goal. First card. Nick, if you're watching, we know you're a Larkin fan. Unless King M likes this. Scotty Scott, what's up, buddy? Unless King M likes this is going to you, Nick. It's got a lot of action. Free agent betting in DD 3, 4, and 5. And King M, a lot of bidding in LBL and PG. They all started today. What do I do? Crazy. Alvin Davis. Benji's nemesis. Steve Fry. That's right. You got the GMs. So you're not even looking on the site. You're just waiting for the GMs for updates. That's awesome. Tom Bernansky, Scott. Did you like that Roger Clemens that we sent out yesterday? I sent you a picture of that. That came out of like left field. I've never seen that one before. Like that insert set from Upper Deck. Chris Jones. Sounds like a made up name. Well, pay them enough, they should be able to do their job. You shouldn't have to go into pro boards. Scott Sanderson, Larry Anderson. I don't think I've ever got two cards back to back where the last names rhyme. True story. Next, if it's next is Ian Anderson, it'll rhyme with Larry. I hung out at a bar with Larry Anderson for about 20 minutes in my youth. Funny guy. He was traded for Jeff Bagwell, as everybody knows. Terry Matthews. This is Gary Matthews' father. Former Brave and Philly. The Sarge, he's a current Phillies broadcaster. This is his father, Terry. This is the second Scott in the pack. This is Scott Radinsky. Dead Larry Napkin. Yep, I still got to get that graded. This is like a Scott family tree, this pack. Sanderson, Radinsky, I want to guess uncle and cousin. Dick Schofield. Casey Candell. If anybody ever PC'd Dick Schofield and Casey Candell, I'd probably have to call the FBI. Former AWA great Greg Gagne. I know we got some wrestling fans here. Does anybody remember the Montreal screw job? Reading about it now. Vince McMahon really threw the stones to Bret Hart. Like he had him convinced that everything was going to be okay. The referee, Earl Hebner, Richie's father, he told Bret, he said, all right, I'm going to make sure nothing happens to you. Yeah, then once they got him the sharpshooter, Earl Hebner did nothing for him. And then Vince goes, ring the bell. Ring the fucking bell to the bell person. It's 97. Oh, man. I kind of felt bad for Bret Hart. Then in the locker room, he was ripping stuff apart. He told McMahon, if you're still here when I get dressed, I want to punch you in the face. And Vince McMahon said he felt bad, so he had to wait for Bret to punch, and then Bret punched him. Dave was his twin. That's right. He had a twin brother, and he told his brother. He said something like, "No matter what happens tonight after the match, just be ready to like flee." Yep, he wrote WCW. I kind of felt bad for him. I mean, he was really loyal to WWF. Like, he gave his heart, soul, no pun intended, heart. Gave his heart, get it, and soul to the WWF. Damn shame. But then WCW didn't know what to do with him. He was like a mid-carder there. Seems like they just had no clue. It's like WWF didn't know what to do with Ric Flair. Horrible. Rex Hudler. The Wonder Dog. Why? Why is he the Wonder Dog? Roberto Hernandez, a.k.a. Fausto Carmona, changed his name mid-season. If you can't tell by that sound, that means the cat came down the steps. Bob McDonald, he was funny as hell on Saturday Night Live. He's a funny dude. Mike Moore and Jose Offerman. This was perhaps, besides that Larkin, one of the worst packs I've ever opened in my life. Yeah, it was just a horrible pack. We're going to stick with the 90s. It's probably the beginning of the grunge era. Hey, any Bush fans out there? Speaking of grunge, Daz Has was telling me Bush came out with a new song, and it's reggae. Anybody, why? I thought of Gavin Rosdale as the Bob Marley type. Mrs. Bips. What you looking for? What you looking for?
Water.
Mrs. Bips is getting water and gum. Get a gumball machine. You put a nickel in, you turn it, and it's amazing. You just turn it, and these gumballs come out, and you can eat them. What's that? Those. They were phenomenal. He put the best concerts on ever. I saw him in concert in front of like 200 people, and he played like he was playing for millions of people. It was amazing. But when did they go reggae? And then Tears for Fears came out with a new song. It's their first song in 20 years. My man Rob One says it sucks. I haven't heard it yet. So, but then you think back, I only know 4 or 5 of their songs. Anybody know anything more that they did? Machine Head. That was Glycerine. Little Things, Come Down. This is really underrated song, Send in the Clowns. It's off one of their later albums called Send in the Clowns. It's really good. Letting the Cable Sleep. I celebrate the entire man's catalog. These are 94 tops. This is Billy Ashley. He was a future star. He's still young. He might become one, but I seriously doubt it. 93 draft pick, Brooks Kajnik. Outfielder, then he failed and then became a pitcher, and then he failed at that. At least he got to fail at 2 different, yeah, look, it says on the back, outfielder, pitcher. Wasn't lying. I never even got a chance to fail at either position in the major league, so this guy's doing a little better than I am. Mark Hutton. Wasn't he a financial analyst? When Mark Hutton speaks, you listen. Tony Phillips and the Tigers. Yeah, I remember he was a Tiger after Oakland. Utility guy, played like every position. Steve Avery on the Braves. Obi, if you're watching. Really nice card here. He had a really good career. I just think he had the hype was more than the results with him in the end. Pat Kelly, MK, if you're watching, it's Uncle Pat. Andy Benes, another one, really highly touted pitcher. Mike Harkey, future star with the Cubs. He developed into middle reliever, I think. Our old friend Chili Davis, Angels. Andrew, if you're watching. It has to be. I don't think there's too many Pat Kellys in the major leagues, right? Yankees, Angels. It goes back to 90, but they probably they couldn't fit it on here to show that he played for the 70s and 80s for the Orioles. They ran out of space. We got to ask MK. Tony Fosses, Red Sox. Different guy. I don't know the other one then. Derek May. It's a pretty cool card. So we just mentioned Yobi. We just mentioned that we pulled out a Steve Avery. I just want to say this is just a horrible night for these cards, but this one kind of redeemed it. Fosses was a Red Sox reliever. Wasn't he called the mechanic? Or am I confusing him with someone? He doesn't look like he was good. Look at the way he's throwing that ball. How could he be good throwing it from that angle? Heathcliff Slocum. Varitek. He was traded for Varitek. No. He was traded with Varitek for, who the hell was in that trade? Derek Lowe? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. It was Slocum for Varitek and Lowe. Wow. What are you thinking? I guess they made up for the Bagwell Anderson deal. That was a bad trade. The Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. Wow, this was a really bad night for cards. Out of all these packs, oh yeah, that was definitely one of them, wasn't it? Slocum, Benito, Barry, and Big Hurt, the 3 Bs. There were 3 nice cards. The rest were jobbers. I'm not ashamed to admit it. So, despite our failures tonight with the cards, good night, you know. Trivia. You know your wax, brother. You're right. We opened the pack and I read there's Fleer All Stars Provisions, 92 Fleer, and I said I would love to get one of those inserts, first card. How do you know that? That's damn impressive. Yep, Barry Larkin, Fleer All Star. That was awesome. $35 for the furry Wally. You could like pet it. Like if you get the card, like let's say this is the Wally, you can like pet it. It's like a stress reliever. Yeah, those All Stars are nice. I don't think I've ever seen these. It's like the other night we got the Upper Dick Roger Clemens. That one. I love opening these because you get inserts you never seen before, and really makes me feel pretty damn good, real good. Some would say too good. Can't think of a trivia question. Hey, who was the Fleer All Star we pulled out tonight from 92 Fleer All Star insert set? Don't type the answer, retweet it at the end of the broadcast. Oh, that's all I got tonight, fellas. Hope everybody had a good time. Hope everybody had a great Monday. See you tomorrow. You guys keep watching. I'll keep ripping. Have a great night, everybody.